What did I click delete for? What did I click delete for? And oh, hello. The microphone is down and out, but the microphone's still working, so we're good to go. All right, we're going to put on some background, copyright-free background music. There we go. Should be hooked up to the Bluetooth speaker, I sure hope. And this stream is more or less an experiment. More or less an experiment, because my recent few streams have not been performing very well. So I'm not really sure what to do about that, other than just keep streaming. That's what we're going to do about it. So we're here to play chess, so let's turn the brightness all the way up. Let's change this light 2 clicks. Just like so. Let's play at 0+1, dude. This is my favorite. This is arguably my favorite time control. You hate to do it. You hate to see it. But this is literally, I love playing it. Okay. You want to ruin my pawns, bro? Get the flippin' heck out of here. We're going to slide up. Bishop along a beautiful diagonal. He defends very valiantly. That's a great move. And we're going to launch this pawn. I guess we could have pushed maybe another one. We're going to push right here. He's going to have to capture. We get it with the rook. We're going to be able to double the rooks here. It's not looking good. I'm ready to grab this pawn. He has no great way of defending it. So we will grab it. Now this diagonal all of a sudden becomes scary. But we're going to step up and not lose on time here. We could have grabbed this with check. We're going to grab it with the queen first, so we take with the check. And he loses on time because he sucks. We'll rematch him. We'll rematch him. What the heck type of opening is that, buddy? That's a funky opening, and I hang my bishop with check, but never give up. Never give up. We take the center. We got the center with pawns. We're going to defend this with the queen. And let's just get freaky, bro. We're just going to push the pawns. Castling the same side is probably the best move, but we're going to try and bust on through. We'll take like this. This diagonal is going to be a little bit not fun to deal with. We step over with the rook. We're going for this. We do grab it. We're threatening this pawn. We're going to grab it. Then we'll step over. We got to go for a break. We got to do something. We're going for it. He loses on time. See, I told you, never give up. We'll just keep steamrolling this dude. But I need to do a little bit of skincare first, boys. Real men do skincare. So I'll show you what I got here. You want to see? Orencia, some Korean stuff. I try and do a little skincare every night. And at work. I do it at work and at night. Okay, I got to make a move. I'm just going to let it. I'm going to let it relapse. Or relapse? That's not the right word. Alright. Now my face is all Korean skincared up. Ugh, tastes terrible. I somehow got it in my mouth a little bit. Alright. I always clean it off on my hair. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but that's what I do. New opponent. So far, I'm just absolutely destroying it. It looks like I've got 8 viewers, which is more than I got my last few streams. So, we'll do another couple warm-ups. We're going to just keep on going with the 0+1 until, you know, I'm bored of it. And then what we're going to start doing is for one, I'm going to play my subscribers. So if anybody if anybody watching wants to play, send me a challenge, bro. This is your time to shine, to destroy Kip314 on YouTube. But the other goal would be to make 5,000 subscribers. If you see that number, that's real live right here updating. That's real. That is my real subscriber count. Alright. Don't even look at the ratings of your opponents when you start the game. Tricky line right here. Take with the bishop. Take with the bishop. Oh! We grab the bishop for free. This is a beautiful line here. I've never seen this move because it just hangs the bishop, so that's why I almost lost on time here, because I was like, what's going on? What they're supposed to do is defend. They push this pawn. That's what they're supposed to do. Attack the queen, and then the bishop is hanging. Is that what it is? That's not what it is. What is the line here? Now I'm kind of forgetting, dude. This is what sucks about chess. I've studied this so many times. If they take with the bishop, I bring the knight. Okay, so he took with the pawn. I sacrifice first. That's what it is. You sacrifice first. If he declines the sacrifice, you just slide back and you got a pawn for free. That's step one. You sacrifice, he takes, you give this check, he pushes the pawn, then you take the bishop. So that's like, you study chess openings, and I have them memorized. I've played this correctly so many times, and here I'm confusing up. I confused my chess openings. Because you do this in a different line. But I mean, I still won, so we're going to take it for what it's worth. We got the win. We got the dub. 12 viewers, welcome. Thank you so much for every person that swiped on my video. We're playing chess. If you want to play chess with me, send me a request. I'll actually put it in the chat right now. I wonder if I can use Excel shortcuts. It looks like it worked. Control Shift V to paste values, by the way. Sorry, I'm putting something in the chat. That is my username. And I do need to play. For one, I need to get my blitz and my bullet rating back up to 2,000. I do believe that it was there. Was it there? Yes, it was at 2,050, and then I just only played casual games from there on out, and I had a rough day. Look at that, dude. We lost 100 elo in one bad night. That's why I don't play rated, bro. I tilt, and I'll just play 25 games in a row and lose 100 elo. I'll do it. So I try and just pretty much only play casual. I'm way more chill playing casual chess. Way more chill. And something I'm considering is like to do something with my work mouse and this mouse, because I use a mouse all day at work. Spend way more time using that mouse than I do this one, and this is a way nicer like gaming mouse. Okay, you push the pawn in this line, then you bring this, you jump here, you develop the knight like this, you can put the bishop anywhere, defend the pawn, and castle this way. We're going to prevent this. Let's just push that forward. It seems like a thorn in the position. We will then step up and actually go here. I'm going to lose on time, so let's just... That's how you freaking lose at chess. You pre-move the wrong thing. That was so stupid. He can go a million places. Okay. I thought I played the move. I for sure thought I played the move. Oh, see what I'm saying? I gotta get used to the mouse. It's the mouse, boys. Playing chess this fast is not good. Now I'm trying to... I'm like struggling to get each move played. Oh, I don't want this knight. I needed to defend it. Sliding around. Going here. I really am struggling with the mouse, boys. That was more of a mouse failure than anything. If you can see, can you actually see my mouse on this thing? For one, let's give a little pop-out dashboard. Can you guys see this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. See this right here? This could be incredibly useful later on. 40 viewers. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Can you guys see it here? I don't know if you can, actually. It might be invisible because I'm only doing a screen recording of the chessboard. But I'm not sure. But we're going to stick this over here. Obviously, like, bro, obviously I capture back. I think that dude just beat me 3-0, by the way. I think he just beat me 3-0. It wasn't even close. And I can only do this for 36 more minutes. By the way, I'm only streaming for 36 minutes. And we got 40 people. If any of you want to challenge me, please just don't hesitate. Don't be shy. And is the chessboard, can someone comment, is the chessboard making noise? Put that all the way over there. That's not what we wanted. Sorry, I'm trying to improve the we are going to disable the preview on this. I want to be able to stick this somewhere, but I don't know where to put it. There's nowhere good to put this thing. Alright, it's going over here. Or if I just don't touch anything, I guess I got to respond to the chat. I'll just read the chat. I won't actually talk. Or, I mean, I won't actually type. I'll just talk to the chat. But dude, we're gaining momentum, boys. Sooner or later, people are going to start sending me challenges. They're going to see that pinned message. They're going to type kip314_on_YouTube into Lichess and send a challenge. And then I will be playing with subscribers. Which is the real thing we're trying to do here. That is the real thing. And also, you can only comment or engage in the chat if you are a subscriber. Because if you're not a subscriber, I don't got time to play chess with you, bro. I'll play other random people. That's the one perk you get of subscribing to my channel. You get to play chess with me on Sundays, normally. Right now, this is kind of random. 20 new likes. 20 new likes on my Instagram post. Let's flip and go. You guys want to see something crazy? You guys want to see something crazy? This is my chess channel. I got 255 subscribers. That's it. Look how many freaking views. Why is the flashlight on? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read that. Look how many flippin' views I got. Can you see that? I can't read it, but one of them's like 500,000. One of them's 400,000. One of them's 300,000. Absolutely insane. It's a lot of videos. I mean, that's a lot of views. That's a crazy amount of people that have seen my chess. Now we're going to look at the preview, and we're going to see if we can see it. Someone subscribed. No, you can't see it. But I put a picture of my dog as the thumbnail and posted a video, and it got 408,000 views. That is what I'm flipping talking about. That is what I'm talking about. All right, E4. Sicilian. Open Sicilian. The little pawn pushy line. We're going to put the bishop here, defend this, queen up, castle opposite. And we're going to sacrifice the rook here. It's not good, but we are going to go for it. How you defending that pawn, buddy? Okay. I'm still going to try and grab this. I like that. I'm going to grab it. Don't love that. The sacrifice doesn't work. I was trying to be too aggressive, boys. I was trying to be overly aggressive there. Let's see how bad that is, actually. If I'm sacrificing... It's about equal. I had a winning position here. But it's not terrible. I wish I could change the position just a little bit. Like, boom, boom, bring the knight this way. Then it's probably significantly worse. I'm supposed to dislodge the knight. He's just going to go back, though. I don't understand. I try and do this and mostly just bullet. Sacrifice the exchange. Unfortunately, it was just like tempo, tempo, tempo. And then immediately trades the queens. And it's still equal here. I shouldn't have started crying. Alright. Go back. New opponent. Real life Rick. We've played together. Pre-move the Scandinavian. I was trying to play the bishop's opening, but my mouse was over on that side of the board. I think we can grab that. Let's just take this and ruin the pawn structure. Pin this guy. Step up. Don't feel like dealing with nonsense today. I'm going to hit with a check, but I'm going to block with the knight. He was going to play this move. He just didn't know it yet. Alright, dude doesn't want to play anymore. That is going to be 5-2 is my score against Rick. Hell yeah. And that was the check, dude. He's rook E8. I had to think about what square that was. Rook E8. Is my voice... Should I put this thing more like... so you don't see it, but so my voice goes into it better? Get a nice clear, crisp sound of my voice. You know something that other YouTubers do? Oh no, it's in the screen. Slide it over a little bit. That's probably better. Let's smoke this 1800. 3 + 2. E4. Sicilian. Whatever line this is called. Okay, we're going to go with... this is... No. Bringing the knight is the best move. I had to think about it. This is the Alekhine. It kind of takes away the idea of bringing the bishop here. So we're kind of at a crossroads of we don't really know what to do with this bishop. What's really unfortunate is he can pawn push. Pawn push is something that you just got to think about in this position. We're just going to play simple. I know this is not a blunder. But yeah, the pawn jumps in. And I'm fairly certain that this is the correct move. But for some reason, I want to play this. But we're going to play it. I'm confident that that is the correct move. And what if we just go for a pawn break? I like this. Okay. Okay. The reason I played that is because he's going to attack my knight. So this is the only move that really makes any sense. But Jesus, this pawn is coming too. So we're just going to same side castle because like he's got too many pawns advanced on this side of the board. So we're just not even going to do it. Now these guys could potentially be overextended. There might be a way to somehow capitalize on that. But we're just going to bring my knight to the middle of the board. He attacks my bishop, but arguably I don't care. Let's take this. I'm not sure what that bishop was doing anyway. Then we can try and hang on to this diagonal. Seems like a fairly reasonable idea. This pawn is hanging, actually. Okay, so we got the bishop for the knight. So I'm down a pawn. I feel like that has to be decent. I'm still down a pawn, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm definitely in a worse position, you could say. This pawn is not great. No other move that really made sense. I mean, I guess I could have blocked 2 different ways, but I'm not doing it. This guy is not the happiest camper. What do we think about that? I mean, sorry. That. You have to push. This move just seems really strong. He can just defend with the rook, but then we're kind of building tempo here. Also, this bishop is quite easily, like, harassed. He allows the check. mean, 10,000% we play this move, correct? He steps to the corner. We step up with the rook. Say you take. I step over. How are you stopping that? You push forward. I sacrifice the rook. You take this way. I take the bishop with check. I'm mating in that position. I don't know why I spent so long thinking about the very clear, obviously best move. Bringing the rook. This is defended. We're stepping over this way. Back rank is defended feebly by one rook. If I sacrifice, you step up. I give a check. You step back. I think at the very least, I do have this repetition, which is sad, but I'm pretty sure that's the only option that I got here. So we're going to just do a repetition. Now, what's very important about this repetition is not playing this move, I think. Because then he steps over. I hit him with this check. Wait a minute. Is this just mate? I'm the greatest chess player of all time. I didn't even see that it was mate. I just trusted in my instincts. Trusted in my instincts. The rook sack. Rook sack for the dub. Let's go. You don't see that every day. I told you we were going to smoke this 1800, dude, with aggressive, nonsensical chess. Now, for sure, this was a slight oversight. The bishop had a job of defending the pawn. And if you take, then I'm just defending that pawn with a pawn, so that would have been actually kind of ideal. What I saw in this position, I didn't calculate really anything. I said, okay, 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 okay. That's what I saw. Because I just didn't want the knight to take my bishop. New opponent. What do you guys want me to play? Can someone put in the comments? Do you want me to play like 10 plus 0? You want me to play 0 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, play with a subscriber? Whatever you guys want, I'm down to do. Whatever you want. I'm always down. And please subscribe for that rook sacrifice dub. Please subscribe. And I'll show you guys something cool. I'm going to show this every stream. Look at this $100 bill. This is a $100 bill from 1988. Look at the back. Isn't that cool? I'm going to keep this thing forever. Forever. Alright, a 1700 with a 3 plus 2. Let's do it. We got the black pieces. We're playing c6. You guys want to get better at chess? You play c6 with the black pieces no matter what. Okay? Because against e4, which is the most common move, you go into the Carlsen. If they play d4, which is like the second most common move, you still sometimes transition into the Carlsen like 10 or 15% of the time. It's actually... What did I just... Oh, wait. He played e4 first. Imagine if he played d4, then I played c6, then he played e4. Imagine that. You can transition into the Carlsen, which is the greatest open. Gotham Chess says so himself. I think we capture and we tempo on this bishop. Almost certainly, without hesitation, we just capture that. And then what we're going to go for is a structure that I somewhat understand. What I don't want to see is this pawn push. This is a little bit unfortunate because the pawn is actually pinned. So this is what I wanted to go for. But he would just capture and I have to take back this way, where my bishop will never get into the game. So we got to think of a plan B. We got to do something. So we are going to just push this pawn. I feel like that was a concession because I traded my piece. Okay, so we're going to challenge this knight in the middle. He can still jump in. Break the pin. This guy's playing quick, all right? Leave me alone, bro. Now this is just an open square for the guy. But I'm going to have to push this, then this, to get my bishop out along this diagonal. Okay, so let's tickle this. Let's just trade everything. I get my queen out. Tempo on this pawn. You can just jump in. Ugh. The bishop being not developed is the major issue right now. And I suppose there's two things that I can do. I can push and put him on the diagonal, so the pawn push comes along with something. I can just castle, but I think let's play this. I'm thinking that getting the bishop into the action is probably going to make more sense. He can take with the rook, but I'm not sure. I'm going to attack your rook. You step back, then I hit you with this. So he might fall for this. This is a little bit of a blunder. He's going to want to hang on to this. That's a big yikes. The other move, I was just getting mated. Now he's got this. I'm getting cooked, dude. You hate to see it. Okay, we're just going for this. We do have tempo on the rook, but he's just going to bring the other rook, which is just not super fun. Not super fun. But we're attacking a little bit of all of these pawns. This seems like the correct move. And then I just step over. He hits me with this check. I hit you with this check. You hit me with this check. I step up. You hit me with this check. I block like this. You push the pawn. I will survive. Am I winning or losing in that endgame? I'm not sure. It seems sketchy. We also do have a retreat. Okay. We have to step over here. If you play this... Now... I'm not so sure, buddy. I'm up a pawn, so I'm cool with losing a pawn. And I have a 4-on-2 against your 3-on-2. And my queen is arguably more active than yours. You have no way of defending your f2 pawn. I mean, your h4 pawn is also very, very flimsy. I mean, okay, my A and B pawn, they suck. Hit me with this check, bro. Just coincidentally, it's defended. No, I did not calculate any of this. This is just how the way it's working out. Probably the best is to go for these 2 pawns. You go for these 2 pawns. I'll go for these 2 pawns. And he resigns? Never resign in this position. Are you kidding me? For one, I'm really losing here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, never mind. Not guaranteed. It's a complete draw. Still equal. Still equal. And it's -3? Ugh. But don't... Man, things can turn so quickly. I never would have imagined that this check is not that scary. I mean, look at all this stuff. The Hail Mary is... Or not the Hail Mary. The saving grace here is the rook is hanging now. Along with this. So you have to move the rook. And I mean, what are you going to do? Not capture back and lose the pawn? And all I had to do was step over one more time. You give this check, I take. You bring the other rook, I step up. You take, I step back. I kind of just got lucky. Geometry saved me in that game. Should I lose a game against a 21? Let's just, another 0+1. Dude, not one person has commented on this video, by the way. What the hell? Like, what? I'm just here straight up playing chess by myself. The whole purpose of this channel, guys, was so that I could make some chess friends. I've never seen that move. I've never seen that move. Dude is 1900, 1900, 1800. What? What? That was a real chess player right there that just played that game. One thing you got to know. This little square right here is attacked, okay? From the get-go. The knight, the bishop, the bishop, the bishop, the bishop, the knight, the knight. The knight even goes over here. The queen, the queen, the queen, and then not to mention every single frickin' pawn. And the rooks, if you want to count that too. I guess we should. Like, you got to be careful of this row. This row is incredibly strong on the opponent's side of the board. That's why when somebody plays something like boom, 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 they make a hole here. Maybe I'm not so great at explaining chess. New opponent. 15 minutes. I got 15 minutes before I gotta go to bed. But I'm happy to see that my streams are back in action. We're good to go. Is this the same guy? He's in 1950 in Rapid. You always want to look at your opponent's highest rating, by the way. Then this line isn't great for white. For sure, that's tempo. That's also tempo. Go here, buddy. You know you want to. Do it. He goes all the way back. I think the best move is to push my pawn into the middle. Rapid development. Rapid development. We don't want to get in the way of anything, and we also kind of want to control the center. We're waiting for this knight move. We're not sure what we want to do with this bishop yet, but if there's a pin incoming, we're going to go for it. So let's do something with this guy first. Potentially we look at this pawn. It's a little bit weak. That might cause him to push forward. Yeah, that's a decent move. And like I said, we got to figure out something to do with this bishop. I don't know if this does anything. I'm not sure what this does. Probably we just trade off. And he gets an open file. But maybe we like... Alright, we're going to step off of this diagonal from this bishop. Reinforcing this diagonal. He gives a check. But I think we push. And I'm kind of thinking about bringing a knight. What do we do about that knight move? If you step in, I hit you with a check. You're going to have to step all the way back here. So this is going to attack the bishop, reinforcing this square. We also have this pawn push to force this at some point. Throwing that in first. Then we're throwing in this. Attacking this guy. Then we can sacrifice for the knight attacking the queen. I think I figured it out. You can step here, yes. But I still do this, attacking the queen. It's a saucy position. Pawn hanging. I put it to a sub-only mode because if people send me requests, I don't want to have to check if they're subscribed to my channel or not. So the easiest way to just make sure that random people aren't sending me requests to play games of chess, because those people will cheat and do all sorts of crazy stuff, I'd prefer just subscribers. So I do subscriber only mode. It's not that I'm not interested in talking with everybody else. It's just I'd like to imagine that I can get to the point where there's too many comments that they get annoying. You know, where I can't keep up with them. I've never had that ever, but I would like that experience. Like, think about, like, that was a bad move. Because I see what he's thinking. I'm going to take, and he'll give this check, but I'm going to block. Yes, you get the pawn, but who cares? I got your freaking piece. So he's got this check, but my rook just goes back to where he was. Okay. So I did not see that coming, but I definitely got a piece, and I lost all my pawns for it. We can force a queen trade. That doesn't force a queen trade, but it does something. I'm scared to play a move like this. But I think I'm going to. He's got checks, but I can cocoon. I can cocoon up. Right now, it's only his queen harassing me. So if we trade the queens and we go into an endgame here. Now he's got this, but I'm going to attack again. Maybe I cocoon like this. I'm not really sure. I like this one because it applies pressure to the queen. So let's do it. How about you leave my pawn alone, buddy? It would be scary to see castle. This knight or castle. Those are the two moves. Let's attack the queen one more time. And then bring my queen. My queen needs to... Or bring this rook. Bringing a rook. My king is naked. This is going to be an interesting game. This is going to be an interesting game for sure. I don't think I need to play this move, but I'm going to try to. I'm not sure where he's going. Got 200 people watching me, dude. I think I can win this game. Dude's 1,700. He castles. We have this. I really just kind of want to step up. We also have this. Where I might take with my pawns in the center. It's completely equal material. King defense. Bring the bishop back, potentially. Queen over here. Queen's got to get involved. Still, I'm trying to get rid of his queen. I hung this. So now I'm just losing. But I'm still never going to give up. He doesn't see it. We're saved. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I'm just playing a move. I have this is the whole idea. God damn it, he jumps in attacking me. Maybe I step back with the bishop. Actually, I love that move. We step in, threatening the queen. Say you take, I take, then this is hanging. I like this move. I hung this. That hung this pawn. Unbelievably sloppy. Unbelievably sloppy by me. Now I'm just losing. That just hangs bishop in one move. He doesn't see it. We give a check. Check. Whoa! That was so sloppy in the end. That was a great game. That was just super fun. For one, trade here would have been fine. That I get in with the same check. Realizing this threat would have been nice to have noticed. What is the better move to play here? This. I like that move. Your queen is trapped. I like this move. That's the better move. You give me 2 more seconds and I can find it. Unfortunate. Look for my own threats. When enemies have threats, look for your own threats. Oh, the queen is not trapped. But this move does definitely get freaky, and we fork this. So even if the queen isn't trapped, I didn't think that he could slide out like this. But maybe he could. So we do this. He could slide out this way, but then we just take. For sure you were going to take back at this point, and then I can even hit you with this check. Or this check. And the bishop's coming. That sucks so bad, dude. That sucks. I should have won that game. Should I look at it with the computer? Do you guys want me to? I mean, I saw the move that I missed. This is still just an interesting game, nonetheless. I'm flippin' crushing. I spent too many moves trying to like hide my king. I should have just like created my own attack here. This is a great move. That's a crazy move. You don't see that every day. Well, I successfully lost all of my viewers. I have enough time to play one more game. So we'll do just a regular 1 minute game. I never play these actually because I always lose on time. What's up, Nick? What's up, my bro? Facing a 2100. Definitely not what you want to be seeing. Did I hang my pawn? Alright, we're going to just defend like this. And we're going to bring my queen out. I hate this queen nonsense over here. So we're playing this. We're playing this. Okay, for sure I need a castle. Just trying to guard these squares a little bit. This knight is a little bit off placed. We're going to go for this, threatening a pawn. Push. Up, here, back. Going for it. That was a ring around the rosy if I've ever seen one. We're going this way. I'm losing on time here. We're going to trade this off all day. We're going to jump over this way. Maybe we do the same ring around the rosy, but this time we win a pawn. Grab the pawn. Jump in. I think I probably should have just captured back. I'm going to grab this. That was fancy. Now this guy is hanging, but what if we pin the knight and we defend it with the rook? Let's just take. That was probably a terrible idea, but we're doing it. We're stepping over. This becomes a threat immediately, so I need to do something about my queen being on the same diagonal as this guy. Step over here. I hung the pawn. We step forward. Stepping over. I'm losing on time. Okay. He can't actually take, but he can push forward. Okay, whose pass pawn is better now? Yours is. Your pass pawn is better, but we're still going to just keep pushing. That's why I don't play no increment chess. Did I deserve that dub? Did I deserve that dub? You can't take, but you can cover the back rank, but then I just push. What if you do the same thing? Then I step... What a crazy endgame. We have like the same sort of situation. You got one crazy pawn and I got one crazy pawn. But I think that mine is more scary. No, I think it's a draw or I'm losing here, actually. Let's check. And for sure, we just pushed the pass pawn. All right, this is a subscriber, so we are going to play this game against him. And it's a draw. Casual blitz 1350. Deserved a great ending. Are you talking about that bullet game that we just played, or are you talking about I think that's a hanging pawn. We step in and we try and hang onto it for dear life. We have an extra pawn. So we can play some moves that are quite normal. But we're just going to step forward. Like, he can win that pawn back, but it might be a headache to do so. We're going to have to do something with this bishop. This... Yeah. Like I was saying... I think we just take the time to develop. Develop the knight with tempo. He could pin me, but that doesn't work. Doesn't work because nothing's attacking the knight afterwards. And now, instead of defending the pin, we're going to attack the pawn. So he can still go for this. He's got some light hold weaknesses, but I don't have anything light squared, so we'll same side. My knight wants to go here. He has this kind of threat coming. Rook here to be on the same file as the queen. I walked into this fork. Terrific. He's winning on time as well, so I need to play a little bit faster. If he doesn't take my bishop, I'm scooting my bishop somewhere. So for sure he will. That was a pre-move. That was supposed to be a pre-move. He's got this. We're stepping back. I want this square for my knight. Now this move sort of makes sense, but he has to defend first. So I'm fast enough to play this, where he would have to step around somewhere. We're going to go here. You can play this, but I'm going to attack you. I'm going to attack you. Got to go somewhere. And now we're getting rid of these pieces with the benefit of step all the way up. Then I could play something like this at some point. Maybe this, actually. This pawn is on the open file, so I love the idea of step over, take, you attack, I attack. Maybe I don't love the idea. This pawn is going to be a problem here. This pawn is also being attacked. He's just going to double. If I grab, he's getting in. For some reason, I think this move makes sense. Here. Intuition. Not calculating. Intuition. This pawn is a problem. I like the idea of just like stretching over, stepping up, and doing this at some point. He doubles the rooks. If I defend the second rank, check. This works. If you play this, I just defend. Okay, now we jump up, right? Pawn is now defended. This is my extra pawn. I like this pawn structure better than what I had before. He wants to claim this open file 100%. You don't want to let me play a move like this. 10,000% I take that. I'm going to apply pressure with the rook. Step in with the rook. I don't know what that did, but we're playing fast now. That's a weakness, but I'm never going to be able to get to it. He can have some crazy sacrifices here, actually. Or step forward. He does have crazy sacrifices where he makes the passed pawn, but I don't know if I believe in it. He's got this. Pass pawn, buddy. You hate to do it. You hate to do it. But I'm gonna do it. The real moment here. His rook and pawn endgame. We're just launching these pawns. I think probably playing this first would have made a huge amount of sense. You're prepping this. I would have probably gone for this, because if I capture, then you've kept your pawns together. This is the move you want to play. The rook move didn't really do or accomplish anything. And even if like push, take, so I think probably that was the best move. Now you play it. Okay, so we're still fine. What about take, then you push? Then I take and you push this way. So hear me out. Boom, boom, boom. I guess I can push, but then you always have this pawn break where if I take, you make this pass pawn. Oh, you did not forget about the clock, bro. We were doing some flagging situations here. We'll do a computer analysis. I don't want to. I think you had the better of me for a little while. So this variation I never see. Oh, pawn hanging in the middle of the board. Duh. I was worried about hanging onto the extra pawn. I could have grabbed another one. You had a pin on the file when you played Queen F5, so I would like to see that moment again. A8, A7. So this wasn't incredibly important. Still a draw. I fall for the fork. But luckily, I'm able to tickle you around and get it back. And now you've got a ruined pawn structure, but this pawn is so weak. This move kept it equal, but it was not good. I'm supposed to go for the push. If you play this, I take. If you take, I'm taking your queen. So if you take here, 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 I can just take, and I'm also winning the queen. So I was supposed to go for the pawn push. I was worried about this pawn. I was thinking about, like, how can I step up and defend it a bunch of different ways. Okay, whatever. This is just a draw. This made me feel like I have chances. This pawn is, I feel like, a little bit silly. We've got, like, all of our pawns on the board, dude. We've got 7 out of 8 pawns for each of us, which is pretty crazy. So this is a rook and pawns endgame. Many, many pawns. Okay, so this move didn't make sense. Is this better? No, but it holds a draw. I might have played that. The push also makes sense because you just are forcing a passed pawn. So there's that. White is losing. Oh my god, because these guys can make no progress and I can wiggle in to get them. And these guys are just chilling. Like, if you push, I just take. You step in, you're not doing nothing. Okay. Probably here, starting to run in with the king made sense, but I knew that I had this pawn break at some point. I knew I had the pawn break. The king got pretty far away. White is +2. Plus 2.6 here. White is winning. I go for the pawn break. Plus 3.2. Take, take. And you're supposed to just throw the pawn in my face. Where if I take, you're bringing the king. And all of a sudden, this stuff is all very close. And this pawn is far away from promoting. And the rook can just get behind my pawns. Please subscribe, everybody. But then we get back to a draw. Oh, this would have been nice. And then I'm still just trying to win this endgame. Like, I distract the king all the way over here and I get this. Okay, so that would have been hard to find. Still a draw, dude. Now you're winning. Now you're losing. Still a draw. That was a pretty good game. For 3-0, that was a pretty good game. 76 against 70. 4 blunders and 6 blunders. Alright, guys. I guess I'm going to end the stream. There's not much else I can do. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you the next time. Please